Hi friends, this is the math lesson for second grade. We are going to finish our Unit 7, Lesson 3. You need a pencil and you also need page 318 in front of you. Now, if you're looking at page 318, you might be like, what is this? It sort of looks like measuring, but it is not measuring. These are called line diagrams or number line diagrams. And it's just another way to show adding or subtracting. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are a lot of steps that are involved in solving these problems. I'm going to give you some hints on some ways that I think it makes it easier to solve these problems. But I'm just warning you that if you don't follow the steps that I give you, you will probably end up doing something wrong. Okay? So going back to what I said, it is about, we're going to use these to add and subtract. I'm going to draw a math mountain up here. You do not have to draw this. When we have a math mountain, we have a partner or we have two partners and a total. The total is on top and the partners are on the bottom. What this means is that the partners are both smaller than the total and they make up the total. So if I had, we're just going to do simple numbers, an 8 and a 3. When I put these two together, so I'm going to give them each their own circle. When I put them together, I get this guy right here. Okay, so that is what we are basically doing. Now, if you look at the wording on these first three problems, you see the word difference. Okay, when something asks you to find the difference, that means you are going to subtract. Looping the difference is the same thing as finding that missing partner. So on numbers 13, 14, and 15, we're going to do the same thing over and over again. We're going to look for that missing partner. So before we get started, I want you to label these numbers. The smaller number is a partner. The bigger number is the total. So P and T. Smaller partner. 35 is the total. And 38 is a partner and 84 is the total. Don't do number 16 yet because that one is different. And so we know that we have a partner and total for each of them, which going back to our math mountain means that we have one of these, and we're looking for that one, right? So how are we going to do that? Well, the first thing I want you to do is before we even use this number line diagram, I want you to subtract. I want you to do 28 minus 17. Let's find the answer to that missing partner so we know what to expect, okay? So 8 minus 1 is 7, 2 minus 1 is 1. So we get an answer of 11, okay? So now we technically know the answer for this missing partner right here, okay? But we have to solve it on our number line. So let's see what that looks like. So it says loop 17 and 28. Loop the difference D. How long is it? So are you thinking to yourself, what does that even mean? Basically what we're going to do is, and you don't have to draw this, we're going to draw some ovals. Your biggest oval is going to be your total. And inside this big oval are two smaller ovals, which are going to be your partners. Partner, partner, total. Okay, we're going to show that on this number line. So let me show you how you do it. So first, it says loop 17. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a dot on the 0, because that's where we're going to start, and you're going to put one on the 17. Now, I like to turn my paper when I draw this, But what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect, I'm going to draw this like a little thin oval, and I'm going to connect my two dots. Kind of looks like maybe a submarine. It's kind of skinny. Okay, so that is 17, right? That is one of my partners. Now, I know that this one is a total, right? So I know that's going to be my big oval. So it's going to include this one. And then I'm trying to find that one. But remember, we already know the answer. So hang tight. So now it says loop 28. Well, I need to loop 28 total. I'm not going to start from here. I'm going to start at 0 again. So there's your dot. And you're going to go all the way this time to 28. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to make an oval that is a huge oval for our total. Okay, so turn your paper again. Carefully draw your oval, and mine is like a little skinny guy at the end. Okay, kind of looks like a little tadpole. All right, so there is my big oval. So I looped 17, I looped 28. If you need to pause the video, go ahead. So we're not done yet. Now, what we need to do is we need to loop the difference. So let's ignore this for a minute. But if you look right here, you know that we're missing one of our inside circles. We're missing the difference, which is just a partner. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of angle my paper a little bit. I'm going to draw a small loop from the 17 to the 28. Now my lines got a little confusing in here, so I'm just going to fix that really quick. Okay, so now there we go. Okay, so now I have 3 total ovals, right? I have my biggest one, which is 28. That's my total. I have the very first one, which is 17. And then I made this one right here. Now it says loop the difference D. So I did that. And what I want to do now is I have to label it. So I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to draw it right here because that's the clearest place for me to see. I'm going to put a D right there. Now, we already know the answer. We know it's 11. But let's take a look. What is it on the number line? If we count from 17 to 28, will we get 11? Yes, we will. Let's do it. So you don't count the first dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So just like we thought, we get 11 right there. Now, we are going to go through those steps, number 14 and number 15, doing this same exact thing. I need you to do the subtraction. You need to draw all 3 ovals, 2 small, 1 big. You need to label the one that's missing that you're trying to figure out, and you need to write how long it is. Okay, lots of steps for just one problem. If you want to try it on your own, please feel free. Otherwise, stick with me. There's no shame in that. So I'm going to start by doing that subtraction. Kind of just tells me what my answer is going to be. So when you subtract, you end up getting 18. So we are expecting that second oval that third oval that we draw, the second small one, to be 18. But we need to show it on our number line. So remember, first I'm going to loop 17, starting at 0. And this time 17 isn't labeled, but I know it's between 16 and 18. So I'm going to go from 0 to 17 right now. Okay, there's my first small oval. Now I also need to loop 35. Now this is my total. It's the biggest number because I'm looking for a missing partner. So I know that I need to start at 0 and go all the way to 35, which is right here. Okay, 0 to 35. So go ahead and do that right now. All right, if you need to pause the video, go ahead. Once you're done with that, then you can find your missing partner. You need to draw the rest. You need to draw that difference in which you're drawing a small oval. So you start at the 17 and you draw it to the 35. So there's one side and there's another side. Now I have two ovals inside my big total oval. Once I've drawn that third oval, I can put a D next to it. And I want to make sure that I'm pointing it at the right oval, okay? Now, I know the answer is 18, but I want to double check to make sure I got it right. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I did my subtracting correct, and I got 18. All right. So last one to find the difference. I would like you to try this one on your own. See if you can do it. I have faith in you. So go through all those steps. Start with the subtraction. Draw your small loop and your big loop. Then fill in your third loop. Label it with a D. Count to double check. And then write your answer. Pause the video. All right, friends, how did you do? Let's check. So I'm going to start by subtracting. I get a 6 and a 4. So I expect my third oval to be 46. I'm going to start at 0. I need to loop 38 and 84, both starting at 0. So I'm going to put a dot on 38. I'm also going to put a dot on 84. Okay, now I can turn my paper. So I have 38 and 84. So it should look like that before you get started. My dog is snoring in the background. Now I have 38, I have 84. I need to make that third oval, which is going to fill in my big oval. Okay, I expect it to be 46. So I'm going to start at 38. I'm going to draw to this last dot right there. Okay, I'm going to label it D. So see how I made sure I was touching this line right here. And then I need to make sure it's 46. I assume it's going to be 46. I assume that I did my math right because we're in Unit 7. We're at the end of the year. But I always want to double check. So here we go. These are smaller. Count carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Whoo! Now, you can also count by 5 since they're right here and just add your extras at the end. So you could start here and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and then go back 45, 46, if that's easier. Okay. All right. So that is how you find the difference or the missing partner using your number line diagram. Well, of course, they have to change it up on you, right? Here, we are going to find a missing total. So if we're looking for a missing total, what does that tell you about these two numbers? What are they? Think back to the Math Mountain. If we have a total, or if we're looking for the total, I know that I already have two partners. So 26 is a partner, label it, and 67 is a partner, label it. Now, if you look, the directions are different. It says loop 67, add 26 to it. So different than up here. So let's start by doing the math problem. I promise you, doing the math problem helps you get the right answer. So we have 67 and 26. I want to add those together. They are my two partners. So I am trying to find the total right now. When I add them, I get 93. Okay, now I have my three numbers. Let's see how we show it on a number line diagram. So first it says loop 67. So you're going to start at 0. You're going to go to, whoops, that's 68. You're going to go to 67, okay? So first step, the same in your loops at least. Oops. Okay, that's our first partner. Now, here's where it changes. It says add 26 to it. So instead of starting at 0, we are going to add on to 67. There are two ways to do this. Way number 1, you can count from this dot on these little itty bitty tiny things. You can do it. Sounds like a pain though. Or since we already know what our total is, you can put a dot on that 93. Now, I'm going to just show you, if you were to count 26, you would get to 93. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. So I did get to that dot, but that was way harder than using what I already knew. Now you're going to draw your other small oval. So basically, now we have our two partners. So we have a partner right here and a partner right here. But now we have to loop the total. Remember, if you look up here, the total started at 0 and went all the way to the very end. That is what we are going to do here. So you're going to go all the way, from 0 to 93 in one big oval. So do that now. So it should look something like this. I know this can be challenging to draw these ovals and make it neat. The last two things you have to do, you have to label your total. So find where your big oval is, draw a little line and put a T. That is step number 1. And then you want to tell them, how long is that total? How long is that big oval? You already know. You can see it right here. It is 93. Whew. All right, my friends. So that is how you use number line diagrams. I know they are weird. I know it would be just easier to add or subtract, but they want us practicing with these number line diagrams. So make sure you follow all the steps in order to do it. Do the math first. Are you adding or are you subtracting? Label your numbers. Figure out, what are you looping? Partners and totals or two partners? Then do your ovals. Then label whatever you're supposed to label with a T or a D. And then you have your answer right here, which you already knew from the very beginning, which was from your adding or your subtracting. All right, my friends, great job. We'll see you later.